it's true or sweet or frame. No simple word can match your name.
Sunday, November 30th, Todd Vlog, episode 5. I think I've got that right. As you know, if you watched these things yesterday, I got my date wrong and my episode number wrong, but I've written it down, so hopefully that's right. Probably going to have to do this thing in parts because I'm here with the kids. Kristen is at a movie tonight, and so I am taking care of the kids, which means we're watching movies. You'll see that I'm wearing a t-shirt that says Feeling Empty. That is from an event years ago that my good friend Clay Walker founded, and it was called Refuel. So just thought I'd, back in the day. Anyway, tell you about today. Today was Sunday, which, as you know, for the Wrights, is always a busy day. And this is actually going to work also as my confessional, because normally on Sundays I post a little video recap of how our worship service went at Bethel Bible Church here in Tyler. And so I figured I'd give you guys a little update on how that went. All right, so today was the first Sunday of Advent. Normally, Advent is sort of themed along these ideas of hope and peace and things like that. Our series actually was Redeeming the Past is kind of what we talked about. Next week we'll talk about redeeming the present, and then the depth of our redemption, and then redeeming the future will lead us right up into Christmas. But so today, for a couple of reasons, I mentioned this earlier. Today, because it doesn't feel very Christmassy on the last day of November, we focused on songs that just remembered God as a Redeemer. And so we had a couple of interesting things about today. Number one, in our 9 a.m. service, we had a baby dedication, actually toddler dedication. Kedron Penny, his parents, Kyle and Jenna Penny, are in our fellowship group, so it's kind of cool to celebrate that with him. Because he's being dedicated, we need to leave a little time in the service. And so what we did was we opened with Don Moen's Thank You, Lord. Now, normally we open with 2 songs and then sort of officially say, hey, good morning, welcome, all that stuff. Today, I asked him to stand up first thing, and we did Thank You, Lord. Sarah Burton, our vocalist for today, was sick. So Elizabeth, who played piano, also did background vocals and did a very good job on that, especially because it was last minute. We didn't know Sarah was going to be out. So anyway, we did Thank You, Lord. And then song 2, we did Paul Balash's How Great Thou Art, which is a great version. It's so awesome. And then we broke, and I read from Psalm 103, verses 15 through 22, and just explained why we were singing these songs. And actually asked people to take a walk down memory lane to sort of just take some time and to think about their own redemption, what God had done for them. And so we did I Am Glad, which Bethel seems to really enjoy. And that went great. And from I'm Glad into the chorus of How Great Is Our God in the key of A, which is the key I normally do that song in. So choruses, then to the bridge of that, then to How Great Thou Art, like Tomlin does it on the live version of How Great Is Our God. So worship was fantastic. Actually, strangely enough, first service, our 9 a.m. service, seemed to have so much more energy. There were a lot of people in there, which is kind of rare, and folks really engaged in worship really fast. It wasn't like we were waiting on anybody. I mean, they were there from song 1. So that was interesting. And you guys, if you watch my stuff or you read my blog or you talk to me at all, you know that I like the first service because it feels so fresh and so new. There are a couple of musical things that maybe didn't work as planned, but then second service, those take care of themselves because you've played it and you realize, okay, let's change that or do that or whatever. But both services were so great. I felt really, really good coming out of those. Even in second service, having to stretch a little bit because we didn't have the dedication in the second service, so we were maybe a little bit short on material, but we made it work. And after that, we went to lunch with Tom and Laura McKeon and their kids. And they're friends of ours that we've made here at Bethel. They're great. Tom is a good friend and a gamer in every sense. I'm talking video games, board games, strategy games. I mean, this guy knows it all. He also likes sci-fi and fantasy books and stuff like that. So we get together. Tom and I have a lot to talk about. So after lunch, we came home. While we were at lunch, Laura and Kristen decided that they were going to go see a movie tonight. So that's where Kristen is right now. She and Laura are at the movies, and I'm glad to do it because I tend to go see movies from time to time with Allie Burton. I've told you is one of my movie friends here, and I really like going to the movies by myself. So she and Kristen went to the movies. Kristen actually really wanted to go see Australia because it has Hugh Jackman in it. I don't know if you know that, but my wife has a serious Hugh Jackman problem. But I think they went to see the 4 Christmases. So anyway, we're at home. It's about 10 till 7. I'm watching the kids, and they're about to, at least Finley's about to watch the Tinkerbell movie, which he's been really looking forward to. Okay, a couple of other things that are going on. First of all, to kind of update you on, I talked a couple days ago about going off sweets, and I've actually been able to finally get back on the treadmill and do some running, and I am feeling great and noticing a difference in my weight and how I feel and the clothes I'm wearing. And so that's a really, really exciting thing for me. Not that I'm trying to become, Mr. Skinny Man, but I can definitely tell that it's working. And it's helping me to feel better. So I haven't been weighing recently. I never get that upset about getting on a scale, but I can tell a difference, and I probably will weigh soon to find out how it's really going, and if I'm doing as good as I think I am. Anyway, back to the grind this week at Bethel. Like I told you earlier, it's got a special project we're doing this week. I'm gonna try to vlog that in process. I'll probably post that on my blog, which I'm gonna try to put an annotation here. Yeah, that's where I'll do it. Anyway, also youtube.com/CiscoVaris. The guy who inspired me to try a daily vlog mentioned me in one of his the other day. I think it was yesterday's. I think it was Saturday nights. Francis shot this cool video out driving, mentioned my name, my YouTube name, Toddy Rowe, and so that's great. That's so much fun. So I'm really enjoying the views. I tell you what, if you're not a subscriber, if you're just randomly hitting these things, please subscribe. That way, anytime you log on to YouTube, you can see stuff that's going on. And also, I love comments. And so here's what I'm gonna throw out here to wrap this thing up. This is the season of the Christmas movie. Okay, that's what we're doing. It's on every night. You got Christmas stuff, and there are some standards. There's A Christmas Story. There's It's a Wonderful Life. There are a lot of those things. But today we caught the Santa Claus 2. Starring Tim Allen. Or was it just the Santa Claus with an E? No. I think it was Santa Claus 2. Santa Claus 1 is basically Scott Calvin becoming Santa Claus. Santa Claus 2, he's got to find a wife or else he loses all his magic. My theory is that the Santa Claus 2 is a better film. It's funnier. It's more creative. And I think it's got a lot more sweet, cool, dramatic, funny stuff in it. So, Santa Clauses 1 and 2, what do you think? I want you to comment in the YouTube comments, all right? Throw me a comment. Which film do you think is better? Don't say Santa Claus 3 or 4, or I don't even know how many there are. I know there's one where Martin Short was all iced up, and not a Martin Short fan. I think it's because every time he dances, it's like this. He does that thing where he puts his knees together, and not a Martin Short fan. He actually came to Tyler the weekend of Hurricane Ike. He got canceled, so sorry, Martin. I wasn't going anyway, but anyway. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be able to shoot some of my project ideas, talk about kind of what's going on, maybe take the flip video out and video me shopping and getting some stuff ready for Sunday. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.